A Canada College Money Guide. Chapter 1. Canadian College Money 1. Canadian College Money. As a parent, the best thing you can do for your child education-wise is to encourage a love of learning so that he or she is naturally motivated to want to succeed at school, not simply because it's a hurdle to a good job but because they love the process. Save your money for you or your children's future education. Make a will should something happen to you. Buy life insurance to help pay for your children's education if you so desire. Build up a good credit rating so you can borrow money if you must in order to pay for your child's education. Your savings options for your children's education are as follows. Self-directed RISPs offered by banks and investment companies. Scholarship trust RISPs, also called pooled trust plans, are sold by Canadian scholarship trust companies like Canadian Scholarship Trust, Children's Educational Trust of Canada, Heritage Scholarship Trust Foundation, Universities Foundation of Canada, USC Education Savings Plan. Informal in-trust accounts, where you, the parent, set up an account on behalf of your child, REN, can be set up at banks, trust companies, and investment companies. Living trusts, a financial instrument stating how you want some of your money disbursed. Cash value life insurance with a savings element, redeemable when your child hits college age. Your own independent savings choices, stocks, funds, etc. Some basic options to pay for college are: be good enough to get a scholarship. Pick the cheapest school around. Go to a co-op college where you work for some or all of your tuition. Get a summer job and part-time job while going to school. Go through the military regular officer training plan /ROTP. Get a trade skill, work then go to college later. Get a full-time job. Do college at home through distance education like at Athabasca University. Parents saving for children's college can use the child tax benefit on their income tax, rc.gc.ca/cctb-gsdc. Books about saving for college are at number 332.024, number 378.3097 or HG 179 and LB 2342.2 at the library. Winning Scholarships, a student's guide to entrance awards at universities and colleges. University of Toronto Press, utpress.utoronto.ca. Canadian Government Student Loan by Province. hrdc-drhc.gc.ca/student_loans. alice.gov.ab.ca/learning/financial assistance. avid.gov.bc.ca/student services. direct.gov.mb.ca/hsg/jsbs/external/service.jsp, Human Services Guide, full listing of institutions approved for student aid. studentaid.gnb.ca. edu.gov.nf.ca/studentaid. studentloans.ednet.ns.ca. nwtsfa.gov.nt.ca. osap.gov.on.ca. edu.pe.ca/studentloans/resources/index.asp. afe.gov.qc.ca/english/indexang.asp. student-loans.sk.ca. education.gov.yk.ca/advanced/sfa/grant.html. education.gov.yk.ca/advanced/sfa/scholarships.html. education.gov.yk.ca/advanced/sfa/loans.html. education.gov.yk.ca/advanced/sfa/training.html. education.gov.yk.ca/advanced/sfa/excellence.html. Canadian College Money from the Government. servicecanada.gc.ca/eng/goc/cslp.shtml, the Canada Student Loans Program. youth.gc.ca/eng/topics/education/financing.shtml. cbie.bcei.ca/?page_ID=1646, the Canadian Bureau for International Education, money from the Department of Foreign Affairs and International Trade. Canada.gc.ca, free scholarship book. canlearn.ca. canlearn.ca/english/fin/debt-free-guide/cSL/HRDCSNAS/SNASN.html. canlearn.ca/English/NSLSC, National Student Loans Service Center. canlearn.ca/English/CSL/index.cfm, Canada Student Loans Program. cra.gc.ca/tax/individuals/topics/students/menu-e.html, student income tax. edulinks.ca, Student Loan Service Agency. hrdc-drhc.gc.ca, booklet Federal and Provincial Support to Post-Secondary Education in Canada. hrdc-drhc.gc.ca/cgi-bin/English_calc_page1_cesg.cgi, education saving calculator. hrdc-drhc.gc.ca/sin/download.html, get a social insurance card for your child or for yourself which you need to get student loans. hrdc-drhc.gc.ca/sesg, Canada Education Savings Grant. hrdc-drhc.gc.ca/student_loans. hrdc-drhc.gc.ca/student_loans/n-graph/index.html. hrdc-drhc.gc.ca/hrib/learnlit/cesg/about/about.html, info about RISPs. hrsdc.gc.ca/en/learning/Canada_student_loan/index.html. rc.gc.ca/e/pub/tg/rc4092ed/rc4092ed.html, info about RISPs. rc.gc.ca/e/pub/tg/rc4112ed/rc4112ed.html, lifelong learning plan, lets you borrow money from your RRSP. Federal and Provincial Offices of Student Loan Administration. Try number 332.024 or HG179 at the library. rhdcc.gc.ca/asp/gateway.asp, type in designated institutions for student loan in order to get a list of what schools and colleges worldwide you can get a student loan to study at. hrsdc.gc.ca/en/gateways/nav/program/cslp.shtml, Canada Student Loans Program. canlearn.ca. Learning and Literacy Directorate. Human Resources Development Canada. POG 2090, STA. D. Ottawa, on K1P6C6. 819-994-1844. 819-994-1218, TTY. 888-432-7377, English. 800-733-3765, French. 800 Canada. canlearn.ca. hrdc-drhc.gc.ca/students_loans. Federal Government's Student Loan Office. Canada Student Loans Program. 15 EDI-ST. 10th FL. Hull, QCK1AOM5. Fax, 819-997-4660. 800 Canada. info@canlearn.ca. canlearn.ca, Canadian Student Loan Info. canlearn.ca/english/CSL/HRDCSNAS/SNASN.html, student need assessment software. Canada Student Loans Program. POG 4030. Mississauga, on L5A4M4. 888-815-4514. 800-225-2950. 905-306-2950. hrdc-drhc.gc.ca/student_loans. Contact the following offices for student aid information or any other general questions or problems you might have regarding post-secondary institutions of learning. Preface your letters with Department of Education, Office of Student Aid, British Columbia. 1106 Cook St. 2nd FL. Victoria, BC V8V3Z9. 800-561-1818. 250-387-6100. Fax, 250-356-9455. aett.gov.bc.ca/student services. avid.gov.bc.ca/student services. Alberta. Student funding is administered at Career Development Centres and Canada Alberta Service Centres, which you can find in your local phone book. alice.gov.ab.ca. alice.gov.ab.ca/learning/financial assistance. alice.governmentab.ca/studentsfinance.main.asp. Saskatchewan. B21 Walter Scott Building. 3085 Albert St. Regina, SKS4P3V7. 306-787-5620. Fax, 306-787-7392. studentloans.sk.ca. sask.gov.sk.ca/careers/success/financial/sfa/skassistance.html. sasknetwork.gov.sk.ca. Manitoba. 409-1181 Portage Ave. Winnipeg, MBR3GOT3. 800-204-1685. 204-945-6321. 204-945-2313. edu.gov.mb.ca/postcc/finance/finance.html. direct.gov.mb.ca. gov.mb.ca/educate/sfa/pages/sfa_front-door_n. Regional Office. 400-1011 Rosser Ave. Brandon, MBR7AOL5. 204-726-6592. Ontario. POB 4500. 189 Red River Road. 4th FL. Thunder Bay, on P7B6G9. 800-465-3958. 800-465-3958 TTY. 807-343-7260. 900-565 OSAP, fee-based. osap.gov.on.ca. Quebec. govi.qc.ca/social/sortie/mega1.htm. afe.govi.qc.ca/anglais/index. afe.govi.qc.ca/english/indexang.asp. New Brunswick. POB 6000. 548 York St. Fredericton, NBE3B5H1. 800-667-5626. 506-453-2577. 506-646-7350, St. John. Fax, 506-444-4333. finpostscc@gov.nb.ca. gov.nb.ca/ael/stuaid/e/stuaid.htm. studentaid.gnb.ca. Nova Scotia. Trademart Building. 2021 Brunswick St. POB 2290, Halifax Central. Halifax, NSB3J3C8. 800-565-8420. 424-8420. 902-424-2058, TTY. Fax, 902-424-0540. stuis@governmentns.ca. ednet.ns.ca/educ/student. studentloans.ednet.ns.ca. Newfoundland. Confederation Building. epub 8700. St. John's, NFLDA 1B4J6. 888-657-0800. 709-729-4244. Fax, 709-729-2298. student@aid.gov.nl.ca. gov.nl.ca/edu/advanstu/studenta.htm. edu.gov.nl.ca/studentaid. Prince Edward Island. 3rd FL, Shaw Building. 105, Rockford St. epub 2000. Charlottetown, PEC 1A7 and 8. 902-368-4640. Fax, 902-368-4640. Student loan at gov.pe.ca. gov.pe.ca/educ/resources/stu_aid/index.asp. edu.pe.ca/student-loans/resources. Northwest Territories. epub 1320. Yellowknife, NWX1A2L9. 800-661-0793. 867-873-7190. Fax, 800-661-0893. Fax, 867-873-0336. sik.sik.learnnet.nt.ca/income/htmo/sfmain.htm. nwtsfa.gov.nt.ca. None of it. gov.nu.ca/education.htm. nac.nu.ca/student/fans.htm. nac.nu.ca/costs/index. Yukon. Education Building. 1000 Lewis Boulevard. epub 2703. Whitehorse, YTY1A2C6. 800-661-0408 EXT 5929. 867-664-5929. Fax, 867-667-8555. yesnet.yk.ca/sites/sfa. gov.yk.ca/departments/education/advanced/sfamet. education.gov.yk.ca/advanced/sfa. Provincial Student Aid websites. alice.gov.ab.ca/studentsfinance/main.asp, Alberta. avid.gov.bc.ca/studentaidbc/welcome.htm, British Columbia. gov.mb.ca/educate/sfa/pages/sfa frontdoor_n.html, Manitoba. studentaid.gnb.ca, New Brunswick. ed.gov.nl.ca/studentaid, Newfoundland and Labrador. nwtsfa.gov.nt.ca, Northwest Territories. studentloans.ednet.ns.ca, Nova Scotia. gov.nu.ca/education/eng/adult/index.htm, Nunavut. osap.gov.on.ca, Ontario. edu.pe.ca/studentloans/resources/index.asp, Prince Edward Island. afe.gov.qc.ca/en/plansite/index.asp, Quebec. meq.gov.qc.ca/ens-sup/ens-university/coupe.asp, Quebec. student-loans.sk.ca, Saskatchewan. education.gov.yk.ca/advanced/sfa/index.html, Yukon. Canada Education Financial Aid websites. CanadaStudentDebt.ca, CanadaStudentDebt.ca, a site to help people having difficulty with student loan debt, run by people in the same predicament. CanLearn.ca, CanLearn covering the costs, information about applying for, maintaining, and repaying Canada student loans. CFSFC.ca, Canadian Federation of Students, student group deals largely with issues concerning student loans and student debt. SCHMeelk.ca, scholarshipscanada.com/altfin/alteraid.asp, scholarshipscanada.com, information about loan, grant, and financing options. Studentloanbankruptcy.ca, Canada Student Loan Bankruptcy blog, tracks proposed changes to bankruptcy legislation in Canada as it affects student loan repayments. universityforum.com/canadianscholarships.html, Canadian Scholarships, provides a list of scholarship resources available for students attending Canadian universities and colleges. Wyconic.com, Iconic, lists scholarships, bursaries, fellowships, grants and other financial awards. Chapter 2. Canadian College Money 2. Canadian Scholarship Websites. ScholarshipsCanada.com, StudentAwards.com, juno.aucc.ca/west, Association of Universities and Colleges of Canada, Scholarships. Scholarships.academicinvest.com, canlearn.ca/eng/index.shtml, needs.ca/en/norc/funding, institutions listed in the scholarship and awards programs at individual institutions. vaniercollege.qc.ca/student services/disscholar.html, the Madison Endowment Fund Scholarship for Disabled Students, Canadian Citizen, Montreal. aucc.ca/programs. canlearn.ca, scholarships. grants.ca, millenniumscholarships.ca, scholarshipscanada.com, boldambitions.ca, Nova Scotia Scholarship, studentawards.com, free.scholarships.net, searchbydegree.com/college grants, shrc-crs/financements/programs-fellowships/fellowships/cgs_masters-bes-matrize-eng.aspx, cmsf.ca, Canadian Merit Scholarship Foundation, laurenaward.ca/sef/page/id/10.html, Lauren Awards for graduating high school students. Garfield Weston Awards.ca, Garfield Weston Merit Scholarship for colleges. rbc.com/careers/aboriginal_student_awards.html, college scholarships for Native Canadian students in disciplines relevant to the banking industry, e.g., business, economics, computer science. wendysclassicachiever.ca, Wendy's Classic Achievers. act.org/walmart/community, college scholarships for Canadian high school seniors. yorku.ca/web/index.htm, York University, Canada. yorku.ca/eliasclr, Elias Scholars, doctoral students in any field of graduate studies. futuristudents.yorku.ca/financials upport, scholarships for Canadian high school students. futuristudents.yorku.ca/financials upport, scholarships for Canadian transfer and mature students. international.yorku.ca/intlstud/funding/funding.htm, scholarships for international students. Canadian College Money websites. 1. worldwidelearn.com/financial-aid/canadian-students.htm, financial aid for online learning programs. tdcanadatrust.com/student